Better Daily, where we work hard in our minds, bodies, and our spirits to become 1% better every single day. Download the app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live to catch the video version of these podcasts. Here's your host and my dad, Alex Van Houten.
What is up, Betterment family? This is Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, which is a day that we celebrate the wins from our community, and I'm very excited to bring those to you. Also, I'm excited to be back with you this week. Last week was our anniversary trip, and I know you all missed me, or at least I hope you did, and if you didn't, don't tell me that. But it was good. It was a very, very good trip, but I'm glad to be back with you, and my win is kind of tied up in that. What is up, Robin? Thanks for joining us tonight on Wednesday. I'm glad you could get through on your end. He said he's had a little trouble with our lives lately, so hopefully this connection is established and good on this front. Before I get to our wins from our community, and several of you dropped those wins in the comment for today. If you're joining us for the live and you want to share a win with us, please drop it up here in the comments, and I will celebrate that with you and everybody who is catching us as well. But I did want to bring you a win from our shortcast. And so on Wednesdays, I thought I'd start sharing with you guys some of the reviews that people are writing for the shortcast in Better Daily. And if you haven't reviewed Better Daily and you found value in what we're doing in the shortcast, it's very, very hard to take all of the world of health and fitness and put it in a podcast format that is digestible in small bite-sized pieces. And so that's what we try to do in the shortcast. We try to take things that could be really complicated and boil it down to the 1% that we can take with us in mindset and nutrition, in exercise, and even from a spiritual perspective when we dive into words. And so thank you for reviewing the podcast. If you haven't already, please do so. Give us a 5-star review and tell us what Better Daily has done for you. It helps us to find new listeners, and also for new listeners to find us when we're reviewed positively on Apple and Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcasts. And thank you, Janet. Thank you for that. Happy anniversary. It's been an awesome 7 years. It was really cool. Well, that's a rabbit trail. That'll be part of my win. I'll tell you about it in a second. So here's the positive review. Isa says, this is a life-changing podcast. This podcast is powerful and worthwhile, a quick and convenient must-listen for anyone who is serious about achieving better in their health and their fitness, and even in their spirit. Coach Alex has helped me to focus on my goals in spite of my obstacles, and has helped me so much with his hope, help, and outlook. We don't have to try to be perfect, just a bit better every day. Thank you very much, Isa. That really means a lot. And that makes me feel so good about the fact that what we're trying to do is reflected in how you reviewed us. So thank you for that. If I read your review, because these names aren't always the actual names of people. So if I read your review, I have something special for you. Shoot me a message and say, hey, Alex, you read my review. Please send me the cool thing you wanted to send me, and I'll be happy to do that. So our wins from Better Daily. So we got some cool ones. First of all, Pat, shout out to Pat. This man has been rocking it. Ask him sometime to share his before and after picture with you, if you're willing to check out Pat's before and after picture, because this man has done amazing things in his betterment journey over the last 2 years. I've had the privilege and honor of knowing him and supporting him in that process and journey, but he recently got an opportunity to do some traveling, and so he and I got to work out. That was really cool about 2 weeks ago. And I got to work out with him. I got to work out with his boys. We spent some time talking and connecting, which is cool because up until then, we'd never actually met each other. So we've been part of this community together. We've been working together. We've been encouraging each other, but we finally got to give each other a bro hug and have a good face-to-face conversation and do some sweating. He pushed my CRV up the driveway because that's how we do leg day at the Van Houten gym. But it was awesome. But he said for his win that he actually got to hang out with Robin, who's also another awesome member of our group here. He got to travel and meet him and I'm sure do the bro hug thing. I don't know how the bro hug between Robin and Pat is versus mine and Pat's bro hug, but hey, to each their own, bro hug. But he said a huge win. I walked so far with Robin that my foot started leaking, or that his foot liquefied. That's what it says. And he shows a picture of his bloody Hoka shoe. Because what's Wednesday without a little graphic picture? So thanks for that win, Pat. And I would also say that's a win for the group. It's a win for us as individuals to meet the people who are working toward their betterment journey. And obviously that's not a requirement to be a part of what we do here, but it's really awesome that we can be together in a virtual space and working toward goals that help us to get to know one another better in a way that when we meet in person, it's like, wow, thank you for being you, another awesome person in the world that I can do life with and be in community with and be encouraged by. So that's a win for the group too. So thank you for sharing that win, Pat. And thanks for walking him into a bloody foot there, Robin. Robin's the Energizer Bunny. He won't brag on himself, but that dude goes for a long time, man. Like 30 miles on the bike. He's gotten he sent me a step count one day. He got 28,000 steps, and he's like, oh, just another day. Wow. That's awesome. So, another win on the map. Let's see. Janet says, I went to the gym by myself without my lifting partner twice this week. That's huge because Miss Janet loves to work out with her lifting partner and says often that the accountability is extremely powerful and important for her. How was that, Janet? Do you feel like you pushed yourself just as hard? You know what I notice about working out? I love working out with a partner. I find it motivating to, lift a little heavier, to do a little bit more weight, to try something new. That's always fun for me. But I also notice that partners are really bad for my rest periods. So let's say I need to take 60 seconds or 90 seconds between, the leg press lift. Let's say I'm doing leg press and I do 3 sets of 12, and then I'm supposed to rest for 60 seconds and then do another 3 sets of 12. Well, if I'm with a partner, my rest periods start looking more like 2 and 3 minutes rather than 1 to 1.5 minutes. And so I notice I rest a lot more with a partner around. So I guess it balances out. I push myself hard, but I rest a lot more between sets. Janet says it was great. Very proud of myself. I'm proud of you too. That's really good. Way to get to the gym. Because when you're used to working out with a workout partner and they can't make it, it's like, what's one skipped workout? Well, it's a slippery slope as far as I'm concerned. So well done, Janet. I'm glad. Janet said, I did do some new stuff too. I used a rower for the warm up and cool down plus some different lifting. That's cool. So I often find a partner can push me to do stuff that we do together. But when I'm by myself, I can be a little more creative and go, maybe I'll try that, or maybe I'll work this in, or I've always wanted to do that. My partner hates that, so I'm going to do that. Cool. Good win. Thank you for sharing that win. Kat says, I'm really struggling to walk as far as I had been, but I'm still hitting my goals. So I'm still walking consistently. And huge shout out to you. I know that you have some very significant obstacles with regard to your activity, but that if you look at your year over year, because she shared it in the group not that long ago, if I remember correctly, she shared her year over year activity, and it's just significantly different. So you're doing an awesome job. Keep that up. And then also, thank you. Shout out to you as well. One of the big wins for me in our community this week has been some of the really encouraging things that you guys have said to each other in my absence. I wasn't completely removed from Better Daily, but I was not nearly as active in Better Daily as I normally am while we were on our trip. And so I appreciated that. It's not like the group lacked encouragement. You guys really held each other up there, and Kat, you were a big part of that. So thank you for being encouraging. That's a huge win. And then for me, my big win is we had a great anniversary trip. We got back to the swing of things here. And like I said, it was 7 years of our anniversary. So we've been married for 7 years, and we're dreaming together about the life we'd have together and the life we would build, and the things we would try to do and things we wanted and all those things. It's really cool because when we look at life now, nothing's ever perfect, and we definitely have our fair share of difficult days, especially in parenting and business ownership, and maybe also because I'm stubborn and hard-headed, and she's stubborn too. I'm just kidding. She knows she's stubborn. So we butt heads every now and then, but it's good. We've gotten to wrestle together, and that's what a good relationship is a wrestling together, such that you become more than you would be without that person in your life. But this is what we pictured. Like, even down to the hammocks and chickens, man. Although I must say our chicken coop turned out better than I was picturing. I was picturing like a little shanty. She was like, no, when you build that, it has to be cute. So I had the cuteness mandate on my chicken coop building. But here we are. And it would be really easy, and I think this happens to people on their betterment journey. It would be really easy to go, we're here. Cool. Let's do that. Let's stay here. The problem is nothing ever stays. We're always aging, the world's always changing, and if we're not growing, that's a really good way to wake up 10 years from now and wished you'd done something differently. And so she would pick on me for bringing this into the trip, but she loves me, so whatever. My thing was, hey, we're taking this trip. I want to think about the next 7 years. The best laid plans of mice and men and all. I know you can't plan the future like that and make everything happen the way you want it. That's not the spirit of it. The spirit of it is, hey, if we're driving this boat of our lives together and we look off in the distance and we say, hey, let's head toward that thing, or let's head in that direction, let's head toward that star, so to speak, then we can make course corrections, or we can celebrate the wins and celebrate the good things in the good direction and always have a way to steer our boat, so to speak. So we spent some time over our anniversary dreaming a little together about what the next 7 years looks like. And Lord willing, those things will come about and happen. But even if it's not in His will, even if it's not a part of the future, we know that that's where we're headed until He says so otherwise. So, my encouragement to you, and I hope that you got from this Wednesday, is keep moving forward. We have an amazing community of people who have their own obstacles and have their own difficulties that they're working through, yet they still take the time to identify that 1% and drill down on it. Make some progress on that, and build on it again tomorrow. And sometimes you mess it up, and that's okay, because if you're moving 1% every day, well, you don't fall backward for long. And if you do, let us know, because we'll pat you on the butt, high-five you, and tell you to get back where you need to be. Speaking of, I have a few people I need to shout out to that I haven't heard from in a while, and I will comment on this video to check on them and see what their wins look like. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on Wednesday in Better Daily Live. You guys rock. Keep up the good work. Tomorrow's Word Thursday, and I'm excited to bring that word to you. Until then, it's just 1%. You got this.
Thank you for joining us for 1% Better today. Don't forget to subscribe for the podcast. Leave us a raving review to tell others how Better Daily has helped you in your journey. If you want more Better Daily, download our app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live. Use code POD to get 25% off your subscription. That's POD, all caps, to save 25% on your subscription. We all have a cross to carry. It's later when we do it together. Go to betterdaily.live today.